It's too early to talk about awards, Grant?
You know, B.A., it depends on the award, if I'm being honest. MVP and Rookie of the Year, that's way too early. Well, you can begin to see the guys who are in the running for Most Improved or Sixth Man.
Here are the starters for Utah. Lauri Markkanen out there with Jusuf Nurkic. Then it's Bailey. Then it's Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. And it's George in at the 1. Here's George. Following the score by Golden State. Pass to Bailey. And here's Markkanen over Butler. And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist by Bailey.
How about the assist coming off the deck? What a pretty bounce pass.
Curry passes to Butler. Outside Moody. Lets a 3 fly. First shot won't go. And the Jazz with possession. Last game matched up with the Thunder. Tough loss there.
Defensively, they weren't up to the task. Didn't play as a cohesive unit, and it really hurt them.
You cannot allow your opponent to shoot that high a percentage. That is going to get you beat night after night.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. The Jazz making their last shot. Can't get it to drop. Some solid defense from Markkanen. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He told me when he was watching film of their opponent, what stood out was Lauri Markkanen's efficiency. Coach said Markkanen doesn't need high usage to be effective. He gets a lot of his points off of movement, and he brings versatility to this offense. Guys?
And Allie, thanks.
Ideally, you want to chase Stephen Curry off the three-point line, but folks, it is not as easy as you might think.
Here's Markkanen. And the layup is good off the glass. Markkanen's gotten his second bucket.
I love the execution we are seeing thus far. 4 shots and 4 makes.
Outside Butler. Outside Moody. Pass to Butler. On the wing, Curry fires the 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
The threes keep coming in the illustrious career of one Mr. Stephen Curry.
George feels it out a bit. Here's Markkanen. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. And it's 6 points for Lauri Markkanen.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Pass to Butler. The kick out, Curry. Just 5 on the clock. Goes up and lays it in, nice and easy. Curry's got 8.
Well, don't underestimate Curry because of his size. This guy does a great job absorbing contact and still finishing.
Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, the Jazz have traded away a lot of their veterans. All-star Lauri Markkanen still remains. After a down shooting season a year ago, perhaps he needs to build his value back up around the league before they would consider moving him.
He can heat up in a hurry. Appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. Here's Butler. Following the 3 by Utah. Moody from outside. Drains the triple.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Mikhailuk. 8 points in his last time out. That 3's off the mark.
Well, that's the opportunity they're looking for, just not the result, obviously.
Outside Moody. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Curry against George. Markkanen outside. The 3 is up. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
This guy has absolutely owned this quarter. This is how you lead by example.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. we can check out the story for Lauri Markkanen. Warriors trail by 3. Butler taking his time here. Oh, steps back and drains the jumper.
That's the tenacity of Jimmy Butler, just putting in work in close range.
Here's George, still without a bucket. To the paint. And Markkanen with the stuff.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
Woo, he's piping hot. 4 for 4 from the field. No one can guard him out there.
First team foul.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Jazz.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we
What's
talk
up?
about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Jazz. Markkanen outside. Here's Bailey. He's watched by Kuminga. Markkanen for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They're coming off that loss against Portland.
And while they were favored to win, they ran into a buzzsaw. Ultimately came up just a little short.
Jazz trail by 3. To the middle. Here's Markkanen. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. 16 points for Lauri Markkanen.
Of his 8 shots so far, he's only missed 1. He's starting this game strong.
Butler, a screen on George. And a deep 3 from Curry. Rebounded by Mikhailuk. Utah's gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. And the more experience George gets, the more confident he looks.
Well, Keontae George is an excellent athlete. He's got positional size to play the lead guard, but he's got to develop as a playmaker. He took that step this past season, and we know this. The guy is elite athletically. Like, there's a lot of good building blocks here.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to go on Moses Moody.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
The first free throw is good. Podziemski's checked in for Moody. Good on both. Now here's Podziemski. 20 points for him last game against Portland.
With 3 steals in the night, he helped them in a big way.
Outside, Green. Pass to Podziemski. Now Curry, clock at 6. Shoots over George, and here's Kuminga for 3. The rebound by Markkanen. Utah's gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. Markkanen sets a screen for 3. George knocks it down from distance. And the Jazz lead by 4.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Pass to Curry from downtown. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And so Will Hardy calls a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Warriors making a change here. Horford's checked in. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. Taking a look at Golden State. They're in 8th place with plenty of games to be played. And, of course, the Jazz only a few spots below. And it's Utah with the ball. George outside. Markkanen with a screen on Curry. Pass to Markkanen. Takes a three. Warriors with the rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, when someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri. Back to you.
That's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thanks for the report.
Well, what a pleasure to watch Al Horford go to work. Does all the right things, and that time gets an easy dunk.
George against Curry. There's the triple and the basket by Mikhailuk. Mikhailuk's got 5.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Outside Podziemski. On the wing, Curry. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity.
First personal foul, second team foul.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. Heald's checked in for the Warriors. Sensabaugh is checked in for Utah. Collier comes in for Mikhailuk.
One shot.
Boy, when you think about Stephen Curry, his style, his shooting, all the abilities have influenced the way we think about the game of basketball. Incredible.
Here's Sensabaugh. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Markkanen for 3. Warriors with the rebound. And here's Hield. And he buries his first look.
And a little contact never stops Hield. A committed scorer who knows how to keep his balance on his shot. And put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Markkanen. Now here's George. For 3, Collier. Horford pulls it in. The Warriors trailing. The kick out, Curry. No good from outside. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. .124 left in the first. Here's Markkanen, and Markkanen with the stuff.
Yeah, you can see with Markkanen's build, he can just force his way through contact.
Outside Hield. Pass to Horford. Here's Kuminga. Outside Curry. From outside the arc. He's got it going on. Now 7 for 10.
There is nothing Steph Curry can't do on the floor. He is a Hall of Famer, and right now the defense has got to find a way to get him off balance.
Now here's George. 20 points for him last game against Oklahoma City.
I thought his physicality was crucial, too. You know, he kept the defense on their toes and repeatedly got to the free throw line.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Hield. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. Nice shot by Kuminga.
And comfortable anywhere on the arc, Kuminga just concerns himself with finding his moment to strike.
Markkanen looking it over. Five on the clock. one goes. Count it. Markkanen's got 23 points.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. It's the Jazz. They lead by a bucket. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And taking a look at the Jazz performance here, guys, what do you think?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
On the floor for Utah, getting going in the second. We've got Filipowski, also Kevin Love out there, and it's Hendricks in at the three, small forward.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Love. Here's Sensabaugh. For three, Collier. Jimmy Butler with a rebound. Now Pajemski. Outside Kuminga. Pass to Butler. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Hey, Horford from range.
Well, this guy's got such big-time mobility for a big man. Al Horford specializes in finding the gaps in the defense. Nice catch and shoot.
Here's Sensabaugh. This one for three. Utah with another miss. Butler up top. Back to Pajemski. Outside Kuminga. Pass to Pajemski. And the Warriors with another three.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Here's Collier. Still no points. Love a screen on heel. Here's Sensabaugh. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
For a guy who's known for his perimeter shooting, that is a great look.
Pass to Butler. Well, few descriptions more glowing than saying a player is clutch. What, in your opinion, Grant, enables a player to be that way?
You know, B.A., it's about confidence and command. When you're able to process and execute under the pressure, both internal and external, that's when you have a chance to be clutch.
And so Will Hardy calls a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Then for Utah, Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Love. Bailey comes in for Hendricks. And Mikhailuk subbed in for Sensabaugh. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Collier. No made baskets yet. Markkanen outside. The three. Oh, the soft touch from Markkanen, the 7-footer.
The shooting skill of Lauri Markkanen is undeniable. He is locked in on the catch.
Pass to Spencer, outside Pajemski. And here's Butler. And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in.
Substitution for your Warriors. Number 30, Stephen Curry.
Takes the three. 4-3, Stephen Curry.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Pass to Filipowski. Here's Bailey. Let's go to the leaderboard and see which teams have been leading in assists this season. Number 5, the Jazz.
The passing on this team is very strong. They really move the ball, and you can see it in the assist numbers.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Here's Golden State. They're on a 14-6 run. Curry passes to Kuminga. The kick out, Curry. Now here's Pajemski. Pass to Kuminga. Fires from deep. The rebound by Markkanen. Markkanen's got 4 rebounds now. Lots of stretch bigs in the league, Doris. Lauri Markkanen is one of the best at spacing the floor.
What we know, BA, is that sweet shooting bigs with the kind of size that Lauri has are an invaluable tool in the modern game. Lauri can balance that shooting with his off-the-bounce game. He is the prototypical desired big in the league today.
And here's what the Utah Jazz schedule looks like. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. Then on Monday, they'll go up against Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
In that game against the Kings, this is one that they expect to win. But those games can be tricky. Remember, there are no free wins in this league.
That free throw, no good. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Utah. He hits the second from the line. Jazz trail by 7. Here's Collier. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. You got to give Isaiah Collier credit. He's a young player who knows his role, Doris.
One of those guys who's easy to play with because his primary job description is facilitator. Give this young man credit for finding open teammates. That certainly endears you to the veterans.
And the first one at the line is good. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. The Warriors lead by 6. Pass to Butler. And here's Curry. Puts up a deep 3. The rebound by the Jazz. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one. It's Mikhailuk on the wing. Over Butler. And the basket by Mikhailuk. Mikhailuk's got 7 points. And Curry's got the ball here for the Golden State Warriors. Outside, Green. Markkanen against Butler. And here's Curry for 3. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Butler's got 6 assists now in the game. And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Jazz trail by 7. Here's Collier, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. There's the 3. Kuminga pulls it in. Kuminga's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Butler. Rebounded by Mikhailuk.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focus all the way through the play.
They get it again. Nurkic's shot is good. Nurkic has got 6.
Jusuf Nurkic goes about 7 foot, 300 pounds. If you don't check him out, he's going to make you pay.
Beyond the arc. The shot by Podziemski, no good.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
Here's Collier. Launches it. That shot is off. That makes him 0 for 5.
Now, how about this? He cannot find his rhythm in this period. This has been tough sledding.
Pass to Kuminga. Now here's Green. He's closely guarded. And here's Butler outside. Won't go. And that makes him 5 for 8.
Boy, after dropping 2 triples in the first quarter, he hasn't hit another yet.
Here's Markkanen. Lets it go from deep. Knocks down the long J. And now it's just a 2-point Warrior lead.
He's been dropping them in from downtown since the tip. 3 triples in the first quarter, 2 more since.
Butler passes to Green. The kick out, Curry. And here is Kuminga. And the Warriors miss again. Here's Collier. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Bailey. He's watched by Kuminga. Back to Mikhailuk. Utah moving the ball around. Markkanen for 3. Rebounded by Green. The Warriors have gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. Outside Curry from the arc. Oh, he nails it. 10 for 14 after that one.
His production from range has been nothing short of astounding.
Pass to Bailey. And here's Markkanen. Butler covering. Now Markkanen. He's coming off a 19-point game against Oklahoma City. Just 4 to shoot. 3-pointer. And the basket by Mikhailuk. Mikhailuk's got 10 points.
Give him credit. Improving in the second quarter. Just great adjustments.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, the Utah Jazz are going young, but this is a franchise that has a winning history, and that culture is still around. Coach Will Hardy said, the messaging doesn't change. The players have bought into the little things that takes to win. This is a cohesive group that's committed to helping each other. Back to you.
Building the right way. Thanks a lot, Allie.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Shot's good by Collier.
Oh, it's exactly how you lead someone with the pass. Beautifully done.
The Warriors have gotten 7 shots out of 14 attempts in the second quarter. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. George is checked in. And while we have a chance, the 2K leaderboard showing the NBA's best when it comes to steals. the fourth spot held by the Warriors.
This team will punish you for sloppy ball control, no question. They've got a lot of fast-handed guys just waiting to take advantage.
Outside Curry. Oh, Curry, a magician inside.
Boy, his offensive game has changed the tenor of this basketball game.
Markkanen outside. Back to George. The three is up. And Lauri Markkanen, good for three. Markkanen's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, we know Markkanen can flat score the basketball, and right now he's got his rhythm going.
Pass to Curry. Shot clock at 6. Oh, Curry just weaving his way through traffic. Still knocks it in.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
Nurkic a screen on Curry. George with it. Averaging almost 23 points a contest. A fantastic offensive player. Pass to Mikhailuk. Out to the right wing. Here's Bailey. Nice D from Moody.
Oh, that's a chippy. Point-blank range. He'd like that one back.
And Grant, when it comes to pure shot-making ability, scouts love Ace Bailey's natural tools.
Yeah, when he's taking good shots, he can carry the offense. Needs to get a little stronger and clean up a few things, but his upside as a scorer is tremendous.
And so it's Golden State with it, following the bucket by the Jazz. And Horford powers it home. Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
Now here's Markkanen. He's got 32 points. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
There's a lot to deal with when you're talking about Markkanen. This guy is skilled at 7 feet, can put it on the deck. This guy's just a very difficult guy to guard.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
He did a lot of damage at the free throw line in their last game.
Well, Lauri Markkanen comes from a family full of athletes, Graham.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. Lauri's mom and dad were both pro basketball players, and so was one of his brothers. And his other brother is a professional soccer player, so it definitely runs in the family.
Counted from distance.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number one on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Markkanen sets a screen for three. George. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got 4 rebounds now. To the inside. It's stolen by Nurkic. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. George outside. Pass to Bailey. 5 to shoot. Now here's Markkanen. Over Green. Markkanen misses.
That's not a bad shot, but this isn't really his shot.
Uncovered. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. Stephen Curry getting it done for the Warriors. He's nearing the 40-point mark, just getting whatever shot he wants. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Hey folks, and welcome. This first half has been the Stephen Curry show. He has just been everywhere. And we're going to take a moment to talk about something. I've been seeing Shaq's face everywhere lately. Kenny, do you think it's fair to say Shaq is the king of sponsorships?
Interesting question, Ernest. Shaq, I do see you a lot in a lot of commercials, but I don't know if I call you the king of anything. Ernie is right. I am indeed the king of sponsorship. Everybody wants the big diesel stamp of approval.
Shaq, you ever think of doing any pro bono work? I've got a neat spot that I think you'd be perfect for.
Where's that restaurant at?
Let's shift focus back to the Utah Jazz, who find little separation after one half of play.
I've seen more stops in All-Star games. What do they call it, guys? Oh, yeah, Matador defense. They're just letting scorers go by.
Ole, ole, ole! Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Jazz trail by 3. Down low, it'll be the tenacious pair of Butler and Draymond. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's Moses Moody. And that's the group for Steve Kerr as we begin the second half.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
Utah shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from George. George hits them both.
Well, this guy's so crafty. Once he catches the defender a little bit out of position, it's a very good bet he's going to get some free throws.
Now here's Green. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Outside Curry. 4-3. Nails it from 3. And the Warriors lead by 4.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
George passes to Nurkic. Pass to Bailey. Here's the 3. Rebounded by Butler. The Warriors lead by 4. Goes up from the block. Crafty move. Ooh, good work on the interior from Butler.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Pass to Mikhailuk. George sets a screen. Here's Markkanen from behind the arc. The shot won't fall.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Now Curry, three-pointer, and again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
So it's Utah now. 9-point game. The Lakers will be traveling in to face them after this one. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road.
Well, everyone knows foul line and down is where Yusuf Nurkic does his best work.
Outside Curry, puts up a deep 3, and the foul called on Draymond Green. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Jazz trail by 7. Pass to Mikhailuk. Fires the 3. Hauled in by Curry.
And this is frustrating. You come out to start the second half, you've made 1 of your first 4 shots.
And a look now at the breakdown between 3s and 2s for the Warriors.
Yeah, plenty of shots raining down from outside the arc. They're stretching out the defense and forcing them to leave the inside unprotected, which only makes it easier to get to the hoop.
And that one falls for Curry. And he makes both free throws. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Pass to Markkanen. Over Butler. Markkanen misses.
This certainly isn't how they wanted to start this half. I mean, just 1 for 5 coming out of the break. That is brutal.
And here's Moody. Puts up a 3. Curry's shot is off.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
I just love the ball movement.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Let's take a glance at the rookies with the hot hand over the past 10 games. Ace Bailey fourth. Pass to Mikhailuk. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Offensive rebound. The 3 ball. Here's Nurkic. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Nurkic just got 12 points in the game. Back to Curry. Green, a screen, and the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2.
Well, Curry, despite his frame, is able to do a ton of damage inside the paint. He can draw fouls with great regularity.
And he drops the first. And so Curry nails both of them.
And man, looking good from the line so far this half.
And the Jazz with possession here. They trail by 9. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Bailey. Shot clock at 5. Here's Mikhailuk. And again, it's Utah. Here's Curry. Non-stop scoring machine right here. Here's Butler. Butler! Unfazed by the defense.
Well, the defense reacts, but not quite good enough to deal with Jimmy Butler on the interior. Pretty play.
Now here's George. 5 points in the game. The shot, no good. Nice D from Moody. Butler on the wing. The three. Utah grabs the miss. George outside. Pass to Mikhailuk. Markkanen outside. Utah moving the ball around. For three. Sinks it from distance. Mikhailuk's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Well, after knocking down a couple in the first half, that's his first triple here in the second.
Outside Moody. Back to Curry. Fires for three. Good! Another from three. Woo, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
The BA, he's on fire.
Markkanen outside. Pass to Bailey. Here's Mikhailuk. Here's Bailey. 7 points in the game. Markkanen from long range. Rebounded by Green. Green's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
In the first half, he was on fire from range, but he hasn't knocked one down since.
Curry, that's good.
Boy, this offense has revolved around him today, and rightly so. He has been fantastic.
George passes to Nurkic. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for the Warriors. 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Back to Curry. Launches a three. The rebound by the Jazz. Nurkic has got 11 rebounds in the game. Doris, while he's selective about it, Yusuf Nurkic has added a three-pointer to his game.
I think if you're a big in the modern NBA, you understand that your game is always about adapting to what's next. And listen, you have to be selective if you're just adding this element, but Yusuf Nurkic trying to evolve.
And it's the Warriors with the ball, following the three by Utah. Green, the pass to Curry. And George with some nice D. It's Mikhailuk on the wing. He's got 17. George passes to Markkanen. Three-pointer off the mark.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Here's Bailey, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
That's how you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Now here's Markkanen. Give him 35. Here's Mikhailuk. Drills it from deep. Mikhailuk's got 10 points in the quarter.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Outside Curry. Pass to Butler from deep. Rebounded by Bailey.
After hitting a couple of threes in the first half, he hasn't had much going from distance.
George passes to Markkanen. And it's all from three-point range.
This guy is completely out of rhythm this quarter. He just can't get going.
Butler uses the glass on the layup. Butler's got 18 points in the game.
Boy, what a quarter he's had. Go ahead, young sir. Keep the pressure on.
And here's George. Give him 8 points now. Here's Markkanen. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. Markkanen's got 37.
Boy, Markkanen looking really confident in the mid-range. We're accustomed to seeing him want the three-point shot, but take what the defense gives you.
Butler against Markkanen. Butler can't get it to go.
Nothing more important than contesting layups and dunks. A great job defensively.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Markkanen outside. Jacks up a three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got his 7th rebound here tonight. To the left side wing. Pass to Butler. Let's go with a three. Rebounded by Mikhailuk. Jazz trail by 6. Now Nurkic. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Utah moving the ball around. The 3 ball. It's rebounded by Golden State. They held a 12-point lead earlier.
Boy, his struggles this quarter is not helping them right now.
Connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps hitting from deep.
Man, he's just exploded from deep tonight. That last make, tying him for second in most threes in a game.
Yeah, moving alongside Curry's mark from 2016. That was the top spot until Clay took it.
Butler against Markkanen. And the ball out of play. The Jazz will have it. A different look for Utah. Filipowski, he's checked in for Nurkic. Sensabaugh comes in for Bailey. And it's Collier in for George. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Collier. Pass to Filipowski.
Blocking foul called on Buddy Hield. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Podziemski's checked in for post. Hendricks is checked in for Utah. .36 seconds left in the third quarter. Over to the wing. 6 to shoot. Off target with the 3. The Warriors lead by 7. And he's going for the oop here. And Kuminga throws it down.
Oh, it's so easy for Kuminga to rise up to the rim.
Kuminga against Markkanen. Out to the right wing. Here's Collier. And that's not gonna go. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. We'll be right back. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth. Kyle Filipowski is out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then there's Collier, and it's Hendricks in at the 3 slot. Now here's Butler. Over Markkanen, and that one comes up a bit short.
Listen, that's a quality mid-range shot. He just couldn't capitalize.
Shot's good by Sensabaugh.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Now here's Podziemski. Back to Butler. Pass to Podziemski. And a miss there on the triple. Jazz trail by 7. Inside. Oh, the 7-footer, Lauri Markkanen.
Now this shows you how dynamic Lauri Markkanen is as a scorer. If he feels good, boy, the numbers come in a hurry.
Here's Butler, and the Warriors miss again. The Jazz shooting is around 55% so far. Markkanen up top, pass to Sensabaugh. The 3, Collier. Great D that time from Podziemski. The Warriors lead by 5. Here's Butler. It's rebounded by Hendricks.
Boy, not looking sharp at all here in the second half, but it hasn't deterred him one bit.
Here's Collier from outside the arc. It's not going to go for him.
Boy, this has not been his night. The effort's certainly there, but he looks disjointed.
Pass to Heel. And here's Kuminga for three. It's rebounded by Hendricks. Hendricks has got 4 rebounds in the game.
Boy, another miss, but you have to say to his teammates, great job. They have picked him up all evening long.
Shot's good by Collier.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Making a change here. Curry's checked in. And Utah with a change here too. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Hendricks. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. Coach was urging his team to play strong defense, reminding them no easy hoops, give effort, and help when needed. They do say defense wins championships, guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Butler. Curry looking it over. Another bucket! Wow! Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
NBA, it feels like he can't miss. You know, I think this guy just loves the game of basketball. The preparation, the interaction with his teammates. He has fun out there on the floor.
And it's in there. Filipowski's got his first bucket in this one.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Now Curry, outside Pajemski, fires from deep. Rebounded by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 13 tonight with that one.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
Left side Curry. The crossover. Oh, Stephen Curry, shot maker extraordinaire.
I'll tell you, Steph Curry has worked so hard to develop that ball handling ability, and it shows through on that bucket. What a move from Steph.
Markkanen against Kuminga. Markkanen outside. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Collier, no good. The Warriors lead by 5. Butler passes to Curry. Nurkic against Horford. Pass to Butler. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Green's checked in for the Warriors. Then for Utah, Bailey's checked in for Filipowski. Mikhailuk comes in for Sensabaugh. And it's Keontae George in for Collier. Jazz trail by 5. George, right side. Shoots over Curry. George's shot is good. That gives him a double-double.
And he's a crafty scorer for a young player. George is always going to find the gaps in the defense.
Back to Curry. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Nurkic.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open, and yet somehow comes away empty.
Oh, it's stolen by Butler. Pass to Kuminga. And that comes off the assist by Green. Green's got 3 assists in the game.
Your practice makes perfect. So Kuminga's put a lot of time into refining his shot motion off the catch.
Back to George. Gets the 3 ball to go. George has got 10 points here in the second half.
Oh, massive three-point shot. I mean, you can tell he wants to step up for his team in crunch time.
Yeah, and when he gets going, he adds another dimension to their offense that can make a huge difference when the game's on the line.
The shot's good.
Curry is in his bag. This guy has such a versatile offensive arsenal.
George with it. Down low. And Markkanen with the stuff.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. Now here's Kuminga. Back to Curry. Fires for three. And again for three.
And of course it falls for him. And that three pushing him into the record books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. A night we'll never forget.
Yeah, amazing indeed. 14 triples alongside Captain Klay Thompson, that is.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Mikhailuk from deep. Pass to George. Shoots over Curry. George's shot is off.
Oh, the defense very willing to live with that mid-range jumper.
Left side, Pajemski. Butler against Nurkic. Butler, unfazed.
Just one made basket for him here in the fourth, but it's a big one.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Here's Bailey. Markkanen outside. 4-3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Markkanen's got 44.
Hey, he's doing everything he can to keep them afloat.
Outside Butler. Back to Curry. Lets it go from deep. Good! Another from three.
And that is a three that will put him in the record books.
The most triples ever in a game. History being made.
And Klay Thompson's mark of 14 is finally bested. What a shooting display.
Markkanen using his size inside.
How about that? Markkanen able to take the contact and play through it. Big time finish.
From 6 feet away. That one's wide left.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Now here's Markkanen. Up top, George. He's covered by Curry. The shot by Mikhailuk, no good. The Warriors lead by 5. Now here's Pajemski. Outside, Green. Oh, look at Draymond flexing with that finish.
Draymond Green plays with power and with energy. Contact does not deter this man.
Utah moving the ball around. George outside. Off target from outside. And here's Kuminga. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Green. Rebounded by Markkanen. It's Mikhailuk on the wing, defended by Pajemski.
And the crowd letting him know they appreciate greatness.
He has been prolific. Three-pointers at a historic level.
I'm not sure I've seen a player this dialed in from deep. Every time he lets it fly, you know it's going to fall.
Here's Markkanen. Here's Bailey. 6 on the shot clock. George fires. Old Green rips down the board.
Oh, rising up from the mid-range, but doesn't exactly look confident about it.
Through contact, Butler connects.
Guys, we've seen this. Jimmy Butler has the ability to take over games, and he's doing it right now.
George outside. Markkanen outside. Oh, it misses.
Boy, that mid-range area, he just didn't look comfortable. Let's be honest.
Here's Curry. Here's Curry. It's tipped.
That's just great work on the defensive end by Lauri Markkanen. You can see his length come into play.
Bailey.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Jazz. Bailey. Taking 2 shots.
The first one, and that brings him with an 8. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Warriors lead by 7. Outside Curry. He fires. Oh, a juicy little J.
Zero fear from Curry inside. 2 more points in his Hall of Fame career.
Oh, okay then. Yes, sir. The finish with the jam.
He is torching a defense that simply has no answers for him.
A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. Golden State has gone 2 of 6 so far in the 4th. Butler outside. Here's Curry. Here's a floater.
Ideally, you're trying not to send Stephen Curry to the line, but this guy creates those situations with his instinct and his ability.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. Second of 2 is good, and that stretches their lead to 8. And for the Jazz, they're shooting 53%. Good efficiency on offense so far. Markkanen, down low, Markkanen.
The willingness to embrace the pressure, Markkanen, big-time delivery.
Curry. Another one falls. Amazing.
What a game from him. 72 points.
And he's been simply sensational throughout this one. Here's George. Shoots a 3. Money from 3.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Second team foul. Taking 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that increases the lead to 6. he hits both free throws here, and it's a 7-point game.
These trips to the foul line are how you protect the lead and grow it. Got to knock these in.
Oh, money!
Oh, my. The experience coming into play there. Nurkic showing poise, draining the big-time shot.
One shot.
One shot.
And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul. Line for two.
First free throw is good, and that puts him up 5. And so both free throws good, and it's a 6-point ball game. And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. George. Markkanen. Good! That's another bucket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
Warriors. Will Richard. 2 shots.
Relax on the first.
Good on the first, and that puts him up 5. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game. And it's Utah with the ball.
And looking for a quick bucket here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
No, it's off target. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
Your Warriors. Jimmy Butler. Taking 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. And so it's Golden State winning this one. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves, but at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah, happy indeed. The momentum shifted away from them a few times, especially early on. But give these guys credit for sticking with the game plan and finishing the job.
All right, to Allie LaForce with our player of the game.